G'day everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another one of my EV realist videos. In this series I seek to inject a note of sanity into the breathless hysteria surrounding EVs and net zero currently being peddled by our governments around the world. So if you like this kind of content, it would be great to have you as a subscriber, and don't forget to enable all notifications so you never miss another video. So the EV proponents have a little bit of a problem here because they want the EV to be the future of the motor car, but at the same time know that EVs are bland, boring eco-blobs compared to internal combustion engine cars. Automotive manufacturers are perfectly well aware of this, and so in a desperate attempt to make them appealing, they resort to cheesy fakery on an absolutely epic scale. Fake exhaust sounds are the most common way to try and make an eco-blob interesting, but Hyundai have taken this to a whole new level. The Ioniq 5N not only has fake sound pumped through loudspeakers both on the inside and the outside, but also has a quotes paddle shift, I kid you not, which will blip the throttle on downshifts. I'm sorry, what? What downshift? What throttle? EVs have neither of those things. Here's an extract from a review I read this morning. Hyundai has used cutting-edge electronics blended with smoke and mirrors to create a ballistic driver-centric hyper hatch to stimulate all the senses. 8 internal and 2 external speakers belt out your choice of virtual sounds, matching them to RPM, speed and torque data. Its supersonic jet and high-pitched EV modes are painfully video game-like, but there's one that superbly mimics a 4-cylinder petrol race car. It's a fake noise, of course, but totally convincing when in attack mode, including popping backfires when lifting off the throttle. Also fake is the N-E-Shift feature, where 8 pretend gears change while simulating the jolts of a real dual-clutch transmission. Using the steering wheel paddles, and it'll bounce off a fake 8,000 RPM rev limiter, then throttle blip on downshifts. Oh my God. It sounds contrived, but it adds layers of driver engagement not matched by any other EV. You accept the fakery and get on with the riotously fun drive. Well, personally, I don't accept the fakery, thanks very much. I'll stick with my ICE car. I mean, what is the matter with automotive journalists? Have they all lost their collective mind? It's like they're under some drug-induced spell that makes them go mad for these ridiculous fake electric cars, trying to pretend that they're petrol cars. Let's take a look at this What Car review that's just come out on YouTube.
For example, you have N-E-Shift and N-Active Sound Plus, and when these are activated, they do something truly unique to the 5N. This effectively gives your EV an 8-speed automatic gearbox and some engine noise as well. Now, of course, it's all simulated.
You don't say.
But the gearbox especially is quite convincing, because what happens is the power delivery is interrupted when you shift. So if you're accelerating hard and then you go for an upshift, you actually have a jolt in your seat as if you are actually shifting gears in a fuel-powered car. The same for a downshift. If you're coming up to a corner and you go for a downshift, you're given a real jolt, and it's, to be honest, just like you are driving something with a proper gearbox.
Ah yes, a proper gearbox. That's the only sensible thing he said. The driving engagement of an ICE car is precisely because of its drivetrain, and no amount of fake sound or fake gearboxes will ever replace that. To be honest, this just shows the absolute desperate limits that EV manufacturers are having to go to try and persuade normal people to buy these cars. As I've said before, they are bland eco-blobs. They're all the same. Batteries, wires and motors does not make an inspiring driving machine. And so they have to resort to faking the very thing that they're trying to replace. It's absolutely ridiculous and would be laughable if it wasn't so tragic. Anyway, that's just about it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think. If you've got any tips or stories, you can hit me up on Instagram or by email. I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye for now.